Hello guys, welcome back to another Iceborne build video, and in today's video we're going to be covering my ultra raw Safi longsword build that makes use of Master's Touch, Max Agitator and Peak Performance. This build is based around the raw meta more so than the awakened builds, so we're not going to be using any Safi equipment other than the weapon itself. The recommended weapon for this being the blast variant of the Safi weapon. But before we get into the armor and decorations and further discuss the build in greater detail, let's take a look at what you'll be wanting on the weapon itself. So firstly you'll be wanting Teostra's technique, followed by an attack increase level 6 and 5. Now you have a choice here to either stay at white sharpness and stack another 2 times attack 5, or you can take 2 times sharpness increase for purple sharpness. But if you were to take the purple sharpness, I'd recommend making one of the sharpness upgrades a level 6 and dropping your level 6 attack down to level 5. I don't really have the accurate maths to know which would offer more consistent damage, but I do like both. In fact, I'm thinking of switching to the purple sharpness variant as it feels just a little bit spicier. But either way, it's all viable. For our augments, we have an affinity increase and a health regen augment because we're making use of peak performance in this build, so we'll need to heal up our chip damage to continue outputting our maximum damage. Lastly, I've just slotted in a defense augment into the leftover slot. For our equipment, we have a fully upgraded Challenger charm. For the helm, we want a Fell Shroud Helm Beta Plus. For the chest, the Brute Tigrex Raw Mail Beta Plus, and 2-piece Teostra Beta Plus on our gloves and waist, and then finally the Garuga Greaves Beta Plus on our legs. So let's take a look at the decoration and skill stats, and also take a closer look at the build itself. As always, if you don't have the decorations I have, just look at the stats and try your best to compromise in order to achieve something similar to the best of your ability. So as you can see, we have our staple critical damage skills in Weakness Exploit, Critical Boost with 100% affinity. We only need level 6 in Critical Eye because alongside the affinity augment and level 4 attack boost, we reach 50% affinity at base, which translates to 100% affinity when hitting weak points. I also have 3 times health boost, max agitator and peak performance. And to really push the damage as far as it can go, we also slot in a single point of coalescence, which is the highest single point damage modifier in the game. Now you'll also notice I have 3 times quick sheath here. This is optional. If you want, you can max out your attack boost instead of this, but there is a very good reason why I run quick sheath, and that is for a very specific mix-up combo. Basically, I make content on Instagram, montages and things like that, and there's nothing more frustrating than having a really good clip full of multi-counters, dancing around monsters with the longsword, and all you need is that final end sequence to seal the deal. So like you foresight slash directly into an IE slash and you're 1 frame too late because of how long it takes to sheath the weapon and your entire clip is ruined. Well, 3 times quick sheath is that difference between being a frame from failure and success, so it's not really important for general play, but for very specific mix-ups like going from counter into special sheath and then releasing into IE slash, it saves me more times than I can count, so it's entirely optional depending on how you play. For the mantle decorations, again entirely optional, but I always recommend using the glider mantle for the simple fact that it has 2 level 4 decoration slots and has a near permanent uptime due to how long the usage is, as well as the low cooldown time. It's basically a free couple of skill slots. So all in all, this build has extremely high raw damage output, making use of all the best damage modifiers available, has maintained sharpness, being white or purple depending on what you've chosen in the weapon upgrades, as well as it offering a little extra snap with the quick sheath. That's pretty much the build. I've got a lot more to get through, so expect regular uploads over the next few days and weeks. If you like the video, give the video a thumbs up as that really helps me out, and feel free to recommend anything you'd like to see build wise for any weapon down in the comments below. And if you're not already subscribed, consider doing so for more Iceborne content coming soon. Okay guys, take care.